you like to read? Do you look good in a suit? Do you like wine and cheese? If any of the above are correct for you, then maybe you should go to law school. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a really long time since I filmed a video for you, and I'm so sorry, but I am back. And I'm actually back with a brand new camera. Hopefully it gives you like a really clear, awesome picture. Hopefully my videos will be even better than they were before. I have no idea though. I literally spent 10 minutes before this trying to figure out how to turn on the video, so I don't even know if this is gonna work. And then I was trying to figure out how to focus it, so hopefully it works out. If you're seeing this, then it must have. But yeah, that's my struggles with it. I'm really great with technology, obviously. So today's video is going to be about whether or not you should go to law school. I am not here to encourage or discourage anyone from going to law school. That is ultimately up to you. It's your decision, not mine, and I have no interest in trying to sway you in one direction or the other because it is such a huge investment. So right off the bat saying that's not what I'm here to do. I am just going to share with you my experience, the thoughts that I had when I was deciding whether or not to go to law school, the things that I read, and hopefully it will help you in making your decision about whether or not to go to law school. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, as I kind of alluded to, this is my own opinion. Everything in this video is only my opinion, and I know for a fact that some people disagree with some of my opinions, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Don't let me change the course of your future in any drastic way unless it's ultimately what you want. It's your decision, it's your journey, it's your life, your time, and your money. So I just want to say that off the top so that nobody thinks that I'm trying to discourage anyone or anything like that. So just to get that out of the way. Now, the first thing, the most controversial, the reason I'm saying all this is my first opinion or my first thought about going to law school that I will share is I personally think that law school is school for lawyers and that you should go to law school if you want to become a lawyer. I think that if you're going to put in the time and the money, I think that it should be because you intend to be a lawyer in the end. Like, you learn in law school, you learn about professional responsibility, you learn about advocacy, you learn how to write better, do legal writing, you learn, you know, everything is kind of designed to teach you how to be a good lawyer. You'll have professors that tell you about their experience and about, you know, how you make certain decisions and how you make certain calls when you're a lawyer. And I just think that you should go to law school if you want to be a lawyer. And I think if you have no intention of being a lawyer when you're done, it's a really huge investment that I just don't know if it's the right one. That being said, I know some people who are in law school who don't intend to be a lawyer in the end, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want and you're willing to put in the time and the money, like, go for it. That's wonderful if you've made that decision. I have zero judgment about that. I just think if you're on the fence and you're not sure, it is a really big investment, and I think ultimately you learn how to be a lawyer. And yes, the skills are transferable absolutely to other careers. Everybody has a different way of going about it, and I have no judgment for anyone who makes a decision that is different than what I think. I just think based on my experience and based on, you know, how much it costs and how much time and effort it takes, I think that if you don't want to be a lawyer, that maybe your time and money would be better spent doing something else, but that's just my thoughts. So as I said, take that with a grain of salt and don't look into it too much and use it to discourage yourself or others. It's just my opinion. Moving on. My questions for you in deciding whether or not you go to law school are, one, do you like to read and write? Law school is a lot. I mean, if you haven't got it from my other videos, it's a lot of reading and a lot of writing and researching, mostly reading. If you absolutely hate reading and you despise writing with every fiber of your being, I'm not sure law school is for you. There is so much reading and writing involved, and it will only get worse, I think, as you enter the workforce and leave law school. So I think that if you are absolutely opposed to spending your time writing and reading most of the time, I wouldn't recommend law school for you. Do you enjoy learning all the time? I mean, most people are not gonna say no, but this is maybe for the people who want a career that involves constantly challenging themselves and learning new things, and a career that is always evolving. I think a legal career might be for you because, you know, the law is constantly changing and evolving, and you're always going to be learning new things. It's one of the things that I love so much about the law. So yeah, if you're looking for a career of lifelong learning, then maybe law is for you. Does the law fascinate you? Are you interested in it? I had a comment one time on one of my videos, and it was someone who said that they thought the law was boring. They found their law classes boring, and they wondered if they should go to law school. Probably not. Not to discourage you, but it sounds like you don't actually like it. You're not necessarily going to like every single topic, every area of the law, but you should have some interest in it. You should be somewhat fascinated by the idea of applying the law to the facts of, you know, a case. I think if you don't like that, if you have no interest in learning anything about that, maybe the law is not for you. If you do find it interesting, maybe it is. It seems rather straightforward, but I will say it's hard to tell if you like something enough to do it as your career. You know, if you like it enough, and that's something that only you can judge. You know, can you see yourself doing this for a long time? That's a hard thing. It's a hard call to make, and you ultimately just have to make that for yourself. But if you have no interest in any area of the law whatsoever, I probably wouldn't go into it. If you find it boring, probably not for you. Another thing is, do you want to help people? When I was trying to decide whether or not to go to law school, I had read something that said, don't go to law school if you want to help people. Because, and it's true, you don't always get to help everyone. You know, you might be in a situation where a particular case just has no winner. A lot of family law cases, you know, where families are torn apart. I mean, inevitably somebody wins, but are they really winning? I think that you can't go into it thinking that you're going to help every single person that you think deserves and needs the help. I think there will be instances, especially probably early on in your career, where you have less choice in what cases to take. I think you will find yourself on the opposite side of who you maybe think should win, or who you maybe think needs the most help. So I think that just wanting to help people is not enough. I don't think it is enough of a reason to go to law school. But of course you should want to help people. Like, working in a legal career is a great opportunity to help people. You won't get to help everyone, no. And even when you win, it might not feel like winning all the time. But for the people that you do get to help, I think it's probably worth it. You know, I can't say for sure because I haven't done it yet, but I mean, I hear it feels great. It's very rewarding. I think wanting to help people is a great reason to want to go to law school. I just don't think it can be the only reason. And one of the last things I would say is, you know, make sure when you're deciding whether or not to go to law school that you have either gotten a job or done some volunteer work, or just, you know, even just talked to some lawyers, or done a little bit of research online or something to see what it's actually like to work as a lawyer. I got the impression when I was researching and deciding whether or not to go to law school that a lot of people don't know what they're getting themselves into. I think, you know, some people aren't sure of how much time it actually involves, both in law school and then once you're a lawyer. I think a lot of people maybe don't realize that most lawyers spend most of their time not in court. So, and I mean, it depends on, you know, if you're a solicitor or a barrister, it depends on the area of law that you're in and exactly what your practice looks like. You know, so it depends on a lot of things, but don't go into it thinking that you're going to spend all this time standing up in court arguing, because it requires a lot of preparation beforehand, which is what you're going to spend most of your time doing. Just do some research and make sure you know what you're getting into before you start law school and before you decide to become a lawyer, because you want to be prepared, you know? That's one thing you learn when you're in law school, is everything is about preparation. Like, ultimately, when you're in court, it's not without having prepared for endless amounts of time before that. The best results come when you're prepared. And I think the same goes for deciding whether or not to go to law school. The best result will come from being prepared and knowing what you're getting into. The last thing I guess I could say is, in making your decision, make sure you are actually able to afford law school. I don't think most people have that amount of cash required just hanging out in their pockets. But make sure you're actually able to get a loan or do what you have to do legally, of course, to get into law school and to be able to afford the rest of it. You have to recognize whether or not it's something that you can reasonably afford to do, considering your other expenses and whatever else is going on in your life. Just make sure you are prepared. And the camera is flashing. I don't know what that means. Interesting. I don't know what that means, so good timing, I guess, because I'm done. It's counting up. What does that mean? Maybe that's the amount of time it's been filming. Why is it flashing though? Anyway, I'm gonna go because I don't know what's happening. But yeah, that is, and it stopped flashing. I don't know. Anywho, so that's it for this video, I think. I hope it makes sense. I hope it actually recorded. I don't know what is happening with that, but so that's all of my little bits of advice. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Do what is best for you, what makes you happy, what floats your boat, whatever it is. Make the decision for yourself. If you want to go to law school and you think that you are prepared, then go for it. Like, you can do wonderful things. Go forth and decide for yourself if law school is right for you. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just kind of talking now. I haven't made a video in a long time, so clearly I'm not very good at this anymore. That is everything now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it won't be as long before I make another video. Leave some recommendations in the comments below for future videos. What is this? That you would like to see. And yeah, I will see you very soon. And hopefully this recorded, or I'm gonna be really sad. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you get notifications whenever I post a video. And yeah, that is everything. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon.